I did that. Then right after that came Onyx, and that's when I did Shut 'Em Down.
DMX.
And with DMX, and that's one of the first records DMX.
I think
And
that is the first.
wait, released properly through Def Jam.
Okay.
Let me say that. One of the first records DMX was on released, publicly released on Def Jam.
Because the first one was what, with LL?
I don't remember that. I just remember Irv saying that he wanted to put DMX on the Onyx record because I did the record for Onyx.
Yeah.
And X wasn't on at that time. You know what I'm saying? And Irv had X and Ja, and then that's how my whole thing went to Ja and DMX because of Irv, and he introduced that situation to me. Now, mind you, Irv come from my neighborhood, and me and him had a few riffs and all that through our career season, but it is what it is. It's a learning curve for me. Like I learned a valuable lesson in what I went through with Irv.
Wait, because the Onyx though, you got like seven placements on there. And and you got the remix with Big Pun and N.O.R.E.
Big Pun and N.O.R.E.
Wait, was you in the studio when they did that? Wait, was you even in the studio with the DMX?
Yeah, not with the DMX and Onyx one, no. With DMX, What's My Name? No. Irv did that, but I was in the studio when we laid the vocals for Shut 'Em Down, but they had sent the song to X, and X did it. Okay. All of us wasn't in there at the same. Matter of fact, I gotta ask Fredro, because I think he did come to the, because we was working out of a studio on not Platinum Sound, one of the studios in the city. I believe, I don't know, let me shut up. All I'm saying is, in my recollection, it is that. But then that's how all the other doors opened up for the situation. So, but I caught 5 on that, and then I did the remix, Pun, God Bless the Dead.
You was in the studio with Pun?
When Pun actually laid
Yo, who's you? All right, so how all right, tell me about that session. Like, how was that session? You walked in, or was you already there? Then he walked in?
First off, I was a fan of Pun before that.
Yeah.
Because I've been a fan. Like, so when they said that N.O.R.E. and Pun was going to be on the remix, my man, my man's the engineer. Like, I was in the team at that point. Is Pat Viala, Duro, the engineers that touched any of my records back then went through L'Oreal's company. She managed me, and she managed Duro, super engineer Duro, Pat Viala, Brian Stanley, and a few other dudes, right? So, if I'm correct, it was Pat it's Brian. Brian was the engineer in that session, and Brian was like, yo, I said, what's the, not Electric Lady, it was another. He's like, yo, I'm in the studio with Pun. And I said, he said to do your record. And I said, all right, I'll be right there. And I came up. And I remember it was just Brian there in the studio. And then I came and sat down. Then the studio booth was this way. And I'm looking and I see Pun in the booth recording.
Yeah.
But the most amazing part is how he recorded. Like, he would record piece by piece and put it together.
Because this is towards like
his breathing, when he was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit bigger, you know. But that was his process. But it seemed like he just was running through that. And it was an ill thing to see, you know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for him, he made the remix. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
He made the remix.
Him and they was hot. They was hot. It was on fire at that time. Yeah. And Onyx, that shut him down.
Yeah. Shut him down, opened up the door for everything.
That energy. And then plus, I ain't gonna lie, that was a smart move to match X and Onyx.
Because of the energy of the record. And that's all Irv. Irv did that. I can't take that from him.
All right, so now you went from Onyx,
and then your next placement. The next one was Ja Rule.